Greetings, my friends, and welcome to Stacked Cane Pandorafied. I use Sculpey Primo for this, two each, fuchsia, yellow, black, and white. And this is the way I laid out my three-part blend. That's a double thickness on the thickest setting of your clay machine. So you have plenty of material here to work with. And I measured it from left to right and cut it into 4 pieces. And that way I could blend it together like I did and make 4 new colors that are coordinated. That's how I got my yellow, light orange, and that fuchsia kind of red. I then took those colors and made Skinner blends with white. And you can vary the amount of white however you want to make your blend look the way you want it to look. I didn't want too much white in there, so I was kind of just using a corner amount on these. But it turns out pretty however you do it. And there's my blends. So I made those into jelly rolls once, they were blended. And I started to reduce them. And what I did was cut them in half at each size and then take them back to double their length again. So by the time I got finished, I had enough of each size and each color to make my stacks. I measured some black. That's on the thickest setting. I laid out those logs so that I could see how wide it needed to be there. And I stacked that 4 thick on the thickest setting, the black strip. And once it was 4 strips thick, I made indentations in it with my cane bender. And I trimmed it up a little bit so I could see where I was going. And got ready to lay in the largest of my little jelly rolls. Then I sank a rod into those, indented them, and covered them in a sheet of black. That black is all on a number 7 setting. It's a real pain to work with. Nobody likes those thin sheets. But they're really effective in this kind of a project. So I continued to make grooves, and that's what the cane benders are for. Those are the sizes of grooves that I needed. That's the sizes that the rods already are. And I kept stacking up my colors, that I hadn't used before. So they're all staggered so that none of the stacks are identical. Once I did that, I brought the sides up very gradually, brought it in till it touched, and then I closed it up into a triangle. I reduced that triangle to about twice its length, cut it in half, and put it together. So really that's all there is to it. I put some of the triangles together into more squares, made lots of stuff with them. It was really fun. And earrings are great with this because you can just make whole sheets of this material and just cut it out with cutters. Put a few findings in there and you're done.